Even the quiet, introverted girls are more inclined to build online profiles that will get them noticed by posting sexualized pictures of themselves. And most of the harassment revolves around physical appearance and sexual slurs. The fallout includes not just disordered eating, but substance abuse, failing grades, and suicide attempts. And yet interactive media have enormous potential to create a culture of resistance, to change marketing practices, and to challenge power relations. For young people at a stage in their lives where identity exploration is especially important, participatory sites and applications can be life-changing. In constructing their online profiles, youth express facets of their identity to others, projecting a positive self-image and learning social skills through their interaction. The emphasis on shared interests instead of social standing, on ideas instead of appearance, can be especially empowering for those who are marginalized or disadvantaged. And after decades of being sidelined in mainstream media, girls have found a format that allows them to speak up. 51% of bloggers are between 13 and 19 years old, and 56% are female. Young women dominate the blogosphere in number, if not in profile. As health professionals and educators, we need to find ways to help at-risk youth in exploiting these media, to express their views and construct their identities authentically, to focus their attention on creativity and social activism while sidelining fashion and consumerism. Media literacy advocates have long encouraged a cultural shift away from an emphasis on consuming, both mainstream media and the things they promote, to creating through art, stories, and experiences. The very act of doing so reinforces a sense of agency, and for young women in particular, this remains a critical issue. These photographs of President Obama's eldest daughter, taken during the U.S. election campaign, are an inspirational case in point. Malia Obama has been a hair's breadth away from the most intense and sustained media spotlight on a single human being ever. And yet in these photographs, her focus is on viewing and framing, not being viewed or being framed by someone else. This is such a powerful metaphor, a symbol of the agency now open to young women to challenge and counter dominant practice. And the contrast between this agency and the cliched passivity of many advertising images of women is stark. Okay, so the contrast between the agency of Malia Obama and the passivity of many advertising images is stark, and clearly giving young women the opportunity to compose pictures or make videos demystifies the process and changes how they experience and respond to other creations. And being in control of images makes us less likely to agree to merely appear as passive objects in someone else's. Nonprofit groups like Shameless Magazine and Girls Action Foundation are capitalizing on the potential that this has to transform women's relationship with the media. Circulating such messages and mobilizing others to boycott or protest destructive practices has never been so easy. A few years ago, members of the Canadian Auto Workers Union in Hamilton became outraged by a billboard campaign for Terra boots. The ads featured lingerie-clad women holding power tools beneath suggestive headlines. Female CAW workers are required to wear steel-toed boots, and they fight enough battles as it is in their male-dominated industry. They didn't appreciate the sexist portrayal. In the course of 24 hours, 75 of them emailed the boot company. As a result, within 2 days, Terra Boots was forced to remove the campaign from 600 billboards across the country, a decision that cost them hundreds of thousands of dollars. Clearly, effective use of Web 2.0 technologies, even basic ones like email, can educate, mobilize, and challenge existing power structures on a grand scale. And as the power shifts from elite producers to communities of users, traditional media and those in charge are being forced to become more responsive. For example, Rachel Beckman's Facebook Called Me Fat article generated pages of reader feedback. In response to pressure, Facebook now prohibits ads that insult certain body parts, make judgments about health conditions, or target youth with weight loss products. The site also added a thumbs up, thumbs down button so users can essentially refuse ads they don't like. This responsiveness is telling. There's been no better time for activism than now. The economic crisis is causing people to reevaluate priorities and businesses to re-examine what works. Advertising revenue is way down and consumer choice is way up. We have unprecedented opportunities to comment on what we like and don't like to people who can make a difference. Media Actions research underlines how critical it is that we use this capacity. Boycotting advertisers and complaining to friends about trends that offend us is useful, but if we don't tell advertisers and media producers that they're losing business by behaving badly, they don't change. And when we do tell them, especially in today's economic and media universe, they often do change. That's always been the case, but it's even truer today than ever before. Now, this is really unfortunate, but it's going to build a bit of suspense. So the image that should be here is an image from NEDIC's new campaign, which was mentioned at the beginning, and which you will all now have to go online and check out on NEDIC's website. I don't know why the image appeared in my PowerPoint at home, but failed to translate to the webinar. In any case, the point I want to make is that direct action from individual women emailing La Senza about push-up bras for 7-year-olds to collective action like NEDIC's new campaign, which reminds all advertisers that their images have consequences. These are all things we should be taking time out to do. We can nurture the kind of agency that Malia Obama has in young women. We can remind them that the satisfaction of having an impact in the world comes not from the color lipstick they wear, but from the actions that they take. And we can use the media ourselves to circulate more images of the kinds of women who role model this truth. Women like disability rights activist Catherine Frazee, opera singer and humanitarian Misha Brugger-Gosman, former Governor General Adrienne Clarkson, and Olympic athlete Clara Hughes. Strong, intelligent women who define themselves by what they think and do as opposed to how they look or what they weigh. Thank you very much.